Hey guys, check it out. You're watching Jonathan Clark on YouTube. Oh no. You know, it is a true honor to collaborate these Descendants and Zombies videos for each and every one of you, because I know how much you love it so much, and I love creating these videos for you just as much. So this is a channel that has been created for all of us and that has brought us all together, and I couldn't be more proud to have each and every one of you as the fans of this show. Because you could be anywhere on YouTube tonight, but you're here with me, and because you're here with me, you're going to get the best Descendants and Zombies commentaries that you will not find anywhere else on the internet. I put a lot of dedication and time into this YouTube channel. I bought a new Logitech Brio camera, a brand new light strip in the back there. I bought a new microphone. I've been financing this YouTube channel a lot because I believe in this YouTube channel and the direction of it. And I love beautiful messages to their core. There could be a message to inspire you. It could be a message that anything is possible in this life. It could be a message of how fairy tales have happily ever after and how forever exists. I have always wanted to convey the message of forever existing and happily ever after existing, because I don't ever believe in taking that away from anyone who was ever a Disney fan, whoever was a fan of Descendants or Zombies, because too many people do that from somebody who feels inspired by happily ever after or forever existing, and that was the message to its core from Descendants. No matter what installment of Descendants, 1 through 3, the original trilogy, or this spin-off, The Rise of Red and Wicked Wonderland coming out in summer 2026, that was what the message was to its core, was that forever was possible and that happily ever after does exist. I don't think there was ever a fairy tale ever written where happily ever after was neither a reality or didn't exist. And if there is one, please refer me to it or send me a link to it, because in all honesty, I don't think that there is a fairy tale that's ever been told where happily ever after did not exist. And it's just an honor for me to be able to be here, to be able to tell you that and remind you about that every single night. I also love when I see subscribers going up on this YouTube channel, because I know that, you know, I may only get 4 or 5 subscribers every day, with the exception of the occasional unexpected surge that happens on this YouTube channel, like the other night when I woke up overnight and then throughout the day received over 1,000 subscribers. I'm expecting another surge, perhaps over the next little while. I really don't know, depending on how the algorithm works. But it's not really the algorithm that this YouTube channel depends on, the content or me creating it. It depends on you. And because this YouTube channel is pretty much an open book where you write your own story and you decide what is discussed, I'm here to provide you with the content that you want. Because I see a lot of these AI trailers and teasers and news updates that different websites are throwing up, different YouTube channels are creating for you just to get you to hit the subscribe button so they can achieve monetization or other purposes they don't tell you in the video. If you notice, these Descendants 5 teasers and trailers and updates that are dropped on YouTube over the course of probably the last 2 weeks, the first 5 minutes of the video, if not the first 2, within the first 60 to 120 seconds of the video, they have the subscribe now emoji popping up, and they encourage you to hit the subscribe button. I want you to hit the subscribe button because I love seeing the subscribers going up, not for the purpose of achieving monetization, because I can achieve monetization from anything else that I could choose to do in life. But I've chosen to make a career out of podcasting for each and every one of you. I've done it for the better part of 25 years, and I've seen my best years put behind me. And in 2018, I thought I was done. But for some reason, you guys pulled me from out of obscurity, and you brought me back. And it is an honor and a privilege to be here tonight with each and every one of you, because honestly, there's no other place in the world I would rather be than here with each and every one of you. I live in a beautiful place that is very scenic. And there are beautiful, beautiful scenery around me. And I live by oceans. I live in forests. And it's a beautiful place. They shot Descendants in British Columbia, the original trilogy, here in Canada, and they shot The Rise of Red, a portion of it, I think, in Canada also. And it's beautiful scenery here. I love living here. I moved into this house over a year ago, and when I found it, I thought it was haunted a couple of times, more than enough. And I just thought the scenery was beautiful. I have a deck. I sit out on it, and I think about, you know, what to say day after day to each and every one of you, because I want to create great videos for you, because that's what you deserve. I feel as if you've been let down more than enough with these videos, people speculating and offering their predictions on Descendants, some of which make sense, others more than often and never given enough credit for, never make any sense at all, and people are oblivious to that kind of thing, and I don't want to do that for you. If I'm going to do anything for you, I'm going to create great videos that you're going to run away with something from, either feel inspired by or run away with the message that I'm trying to convey in those videos. And pretty much it's that every dream is possible, no matter what that dream is, and that happily ever after does exist. I mean, we've seen happily ever after reiterated time and time again in Descendants, and deservingly so. I was a huge fan of the original Descendants trilogy, big fan of Dove Cameron, big fan of Sophia Carson, big fan of Boo Boo Stewart and Cameron Boyce, who I elaborated on last night. And thank you guys so much for being here for that tribute video. I promise you Cameron Boyce tribute videos, and we will commemorate Cameron Boyce's passing on July 6, 2025. So if you're having anything going on, if you don't have anything happening, hit the subscribe button for my YouTube channel, and you will get notified when that video drops on July 6th. But I thought I would do something special for his birthday, and it was awesome. It was awesome offering my opinion on that sort of thing. You know, I like the whole idea of how Red was such a fearless character who didn't want to take no for an answer. And she wanted to aspire to be something ultimately greater than her mother, who ultimately, in my opinion, is the most annoying Disney villain in the history of Disney villains. But you couldn't have asked for a more powerful representation of who her daughter was in that franchise. You couldn't have asked for a more powerful representation of who the Prince Charming and Cinderella's daughter would have been if you were to ever predict anybody else would have taken the role over that of Amelia Baker. They did great jobs, and the chemistry that we saw from the two of them was absolutely unbelievable, second to none, and it can never be duplicated. It will never be surpassed. I know that this franchise, Descendants, The Rise of Red, and the upcoming Wicked Wonderland, Descendants 5, is receiving a lot of criticism, but again, what you have to take into consideration is it's AI pretty much deceiving each and every one of you with the authentic thumbnails, just getting you to hit the subscribe button. I wonder who creates this AI and puts so much time into it, anywhere from 5 to 7 minutes long. Some are anywhere 15 to 18 minutes long because they want to keep the video going longer to achieve, I guess, watch hours, which I don't care anything about. I hate that, and I hate how when you do see somebody on the video, all they're doing is criticizing it because they don't like this character, they don't like how the plot turned out, they don't like the narrative. As far as I'm concerned, if it wasn't my voice narrating Descendants or Zombies for you, you wouldn't care about who was creating the videos or the channel. There's just something about my voice, I guess, being behind this microphone talking about Descendants, which is why I would love to be a part of the opening monologues for the Descendants movies, because I think I could offer something incredible to the franchise. Probably a voice, probably an actor that a lot of people would walk away from, run away with appreciating. Because some of the actors in Descendants just weren't getting it done. I think that there's a lot of dedication. There's a unique quality that a person has to possess to be an actor. You really have to know how to project your voice so people in the back can hear you. And you really have to know how to leave an imprint, an everlasting imprint on the hearts of people who have been inspired by these franchises. And some of the people who were a part of it just weren't getting the job done. Mitchell Hope as Ben didn't cut the mustard for me proverbially, and I didn't think that his personality was really, that of a Disney prince. I think that it takes an exceptionally talented person to be a prince. I'm not trying to give myself any credit, but I think I would have done a fabulous job as the prince in Descendants, and I think I would have probably been one of the more funnier choices to be a prince in Descendants, because I think I can get the job done for each and every one of you, because there's just something so cool about having the opportunity to drive a side-by-side through a rabbit hole or to fight vampires in the nighttime, which sometimes you can catch me doing by jumping through my window on some of these videos. You fans are the most loyal, most supportive fans in the entire galaxy. I'll say that much. I can't believe that this YouTube channel has exploded because of the support that each and every one of you have given this YouTube channel. Because as I said, you could have chosen anybody else's YouTube channel and their content over mine, but you didn't. You chose to stay here. And even in my absence, about 6 months ago, when I was gone for the better part of 4.5 to 5 months, you guys supported me, continued to show your support. You stayed here, and some of the very first subscribers that I had when I left are still here. And I can never thank you enough. If you're somebody watching these videos for the very first time, I hope you find time in hitting the subscribe button. I hope you find these videos really, really nice. I hope you find the guy hosting the show really, really nice, and you can make an exception for me and hit the subscribe button, because I can't do it without you. It's one thing for me to upload these videos and offer you my opinion and my perspective on Descendants and Zombies, but it's a whole different experience when people engage, when people respect the content and when people can find a greater appreciation for what the creator does, because it's sometimes very challenging being a YouTube creator and getting people to hit your subscribe button. I think that's the most difficult thing about being a YouTube creator, is getting somebody to hit the subscribe button when they really don't have to. And I really appreciate every single subscriber that I have. I said this to one of my friends in a conversation the other day when he said, you don't need 3 or 4 subscribers, you need thousands on top of thousands of subscribers. And my response was, every single subscriber, even if it's 1 or 2 per day, means so much to me, because without that 1 or 2 subscribers that I'm getting, I wouldn't be here tonight with each and every one of you. I've said that this is a place that there's no other place in the world that I would rather be than right here with each and every one of you, offering my critique, opinions on Descendants and Zombies, because you guys deserve better. I have been subjected to so much criticism over the years, but this is the greatest response that I think that I've ever received as a podcaster, and I've been podcasting. I've been doing this for a really long time, a lot longer than I've probably chosen to admit. For the better part of close to 30 years, I got 27 in, approaching 28, I believe. 1999, I started doing this stuff. Started as a professional wrestling podcaster, transitioned over into being a entertainment podcaster, and I fell in love with these franchises. I fell in love with shows like Liv and Maddie, Hannah Montana, Wizards of Waverly Place, Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, Phineas and Ferb, movies such as Tangled. I know what you guys are searching up on YouTube. It's obviously Descendants. Everybody's been taking advantage of it. Capitalism is an evil thing. So people have been capitalizing on it and taking advantage of capitalism. And they're using your favorite Descendants characters to achieve that hit of the subscribe button, that hit of the like button, and to really put their channel over, which really makes no sense to me whatsoever. If you're going to create a video on Descendants, at least make it authentic. At least make it something that separates your videos away from everybody else who's uploading the same thing consistently on YouTube. I mean, let's face reality. The reality we're faced with here tonight is everybody is uploading a Descendants video or a Zombies video. And they're being uploaded anywhere from a week to 2 weeks apart from one another, if not 3 to 5 days. And that is absolutely ridiculous, because it's just deceiving everybody. And at least on this YouTube channel, you get somebody sitting behind a microphone. You know who he is. You can trust in that guy to provide you with his unique opinion and critique opinions on Descendants and Zombies. And I proudly said that I will not think twice about taking a bullet for each and every one of you against these critics, because the reality is we're up against, I don't know, 15 through 20 million critics out there of Descendants and Zombies who love critiquing it in a very unprofessional way. You know, I've seen the thumbnails of Red and Chloe having a baby. I've seen the thumbnails of Mal and Ben having babies. I think that's a really ridiculous prediction. I think that more of a happily ever after could be predicted and forecasted for Descendants. I've seen people, God love you guys. You guys want to see Dove Cameron come back to reprise her role as Mal. Unfortunately, I think the door is closed on her reprising her role as Mal, because I've heard many interviews with Dove Cameron on various podcasts saying she's trying to leave her Disney past behind her. But are we hearing the same thing from Kylie Cantrell? No, we're not hearing the same thing from Kylie Cantrell. So what is Kylie Cantrell subjected to? Well, she's subjected to criticism for not being a Trump supporter. Let me just say this. In no way, shape, nor form is there any excuse to drag Kylie Cantrell's political viewpoints into commentaries for either TikTok videos or YouTube uploads. If Kylie Cantrell is not a Donald Trump supporter, well then I guess I'll have to fix it and run for president of the United States, which could become a very fortunate reality, because Donald Trump is teasing making Canada the 51st state. And if that is followed through with, and the Golden Dome and $61 billion is put behind military offense, then if Canada becomes the 51st state, I can run for president of the United States against Donald Trump, and Kylie Cantrell can have a new president that she can feel inspired by. And let me just say this. If I become president of the United States, I will make Disney Plus mandatory in all homes across America. If any other countries want to join us, they can work something out with us. I will work with our partners in arms. I will finance the Descendants and Zombies franchise to continue for years, and I will actually finance the movies for you guys, and probably even make cameos. It won't be a never-ending thing. Let me just say this to the people who say that they need to stop making Descendants and Zombies movies. No, they don't. Do I think they're running out of supernatural creatures for zombies? No, especially when you can talk about goblins, witches, and trolls more, and more sci-fi characters and a more sci-fi approach, which has yet to be taken for zombies can be taken. I mean, I would love the opportunity to see space travel. I would love the opportunity to see even Stitch work with the Descendants and Zombies characters with how popular he is after just generating $371 million in the box office, already beating out the animated classic from 2002. And now they're expecting to double that, if not triple it, by this coming weekend. And I'm really excited to see the numbers of that. And I'm really surprised they didn't do a Descendants or Zombies teaser for the upcoming installments with Stitch featured in it. I'm also looking forward to this press that's going to be released for Descendants and Zombies, because we're not seeing enough of it. I know that Entertainment Tonight and RedCarpet.com have been profiling it a lot. I appreciate their video packages. I've got a video package to show for you on Descendants here momentarily. Dove Cameron talking about her time away from Descendants and projects like Mamma Mia, which I was a huge fan of 2 years ago. Amanda Seyfried did a fantastic job as one of the lead actresses, one of the lead roles in that cast for Mamma Mia and Mamma Mia Here We Go Again, which was pretty much a musical based off ABBA songs. Dove Cameron had such a challenge trying to put that off, and you'll see that momentarily. But if there's anyone that can pull it off, it's Dove Cameron. I'm not taking anything away from Dove Cameron's credibility or her talent, because she is a beautifully talented person with such a vibrant personality. I just don't think she should be immediately closing the door on the reprising of her role now because of the death of Cameron Boyce. Now everybody felt about Cameron Boyce in his passing. I get that. But that's just a fact of life. We've learned that in The Lion King. You know, we're born, we live, we die, and we leave our legacies behind us. That's what Mufasa taught Simba in the 1994 animated classic The Lion King. And it's been something that's resonated with me for forever. I want to go on record for saying that I do have a lot of respect for Dove Cameron. I don't have respect for the people who treated Dove Cameron very disrespectfully. I don't agree with how these Descendant stars have been treated with so much criticism and had criticism thrown their way when there's absolutely no need of this. I think a lot of podcasters and a lot of commentators out there have been very unprofessional when distributing and creating these videos for each and every one of you. And if you're going to say something about Descendants and Zombies, can we please say something nice? Can we please say something nice in the comments for every video that's uploaded to a social media platform such as YouTube? You know, I am no angel. And I've admitted to a lot of mistakes that I've made as a podcaster. I've apologized for a lot of things that I said about Ryan McCartney in the past, Thomas Doherty in the past, even Dove Cameron and Kylie Contrell in the past, because I didn't necessarily agree with the direction of the characters and how they were being treated off of set. When I first heard about how Ryan McCartney was being really abusive towards Dove Cameron, I went off on Ryan McCartney. I achieved worldwide popularity for that, and I achieved worldwide popularity for my Cameron Boyce videos, which I was actually really respectful in. A lot of the videos that I did upload, I was very respectful in. But I had very good reason to go off on Ryan McCartney when you can't even give Dove Cameron the benefit of the doubt. And on the other side of the hand, you have Thomas Doherty, who is saying that Dove Cameron sounds a lot better when she doesn't talk so much. And yes, my house is haunted. There are doors slamming in the background every single time that I upload a video. I'm going to have to check that out. I actually live in, to give you guys a little bit of a backstory, I actually live in one of the most haunted places in Canada. It's the most highly densely populated place where hauntings and ghost stories and stuff. So yeah, ever since I moved into this house, I thought it was haunted. But yeah, I don't think we should close the book on Dove Cameron reprising a role. I would love to see the opportunity of Dove Cameron and Kylie Contrell working together for Descendants, because I think there would be great chemistry exemplified. I think there was an opportunity where they actually had to meet each other and they took themselves up in the opportunity. So I would love to see a collaboration. It's just so unfortunate that Dove Cameron tried her hand at so many different things, like The Girl in the Dreamcatcher years ago, and then Ryan McCartney wrote the majority of the music. He was pretty much in control of the direction of the band and the theme of it and its message, and Dove Cameron wanted so much to have to do with Ryan McCartney. She thought the sun shined out of his eyes, and unfortunately she was deceived because of that. And my heart goes out to Dove Cameron because of that. My heart also goes out to Kylie Contrell, who has had a really crappy time with relationships in the past. She deserves a hell of a lot better than what she's gotten. It's just so unfortunate that people like Dove Cameron and Kylie Contrell are continuously treated like that and have to feel the way that they do. And that was something that jumped out at me when I was first creating these Descendants videos, was how unfairly people like Dove Cameron and Kylie Contrell were being treated. My heart was broken. I felt that you guys deserve better in the way of Descendants and Zombies commentaries, especially when people are saying they're running out of supernatural creatures for the Zombies franchise. Don't ever believe that. I think Meg Donnelly is one of the most beautiful and talented actresses that I've ever had the opportunity to profile. I would love the opportunity to interview Meg Donnelly, love the opportunity to interview Kylie Cantrell, love the opportunity to interview Dove Cameron and Mila Baker. Let me just say that. I love the opportunity to interview Peyton List, whom I'm a huge fan of from her days on Jesse and Bunked. And I also want to say this too. They did such a fabulous job years ago. They did a fabulous job with the Rise of Red tribute they had thrown in there for Cameron Boyce, as brief as it may have been, showing his photo and saying that's what Carlos would have wanted, referring to his character as the son of Cruella de Vil. And she was such a devious villain in her own right, so he did a fabulous job portraying that character. Let me just say this. They did a fabulous job with the Cameron Boyce Foundation. Dove Cameron, Sophia Carson, Peyton List have never quit on it. They never will quit on it, and they will never quit on keeping his memory alive. And just for that accolade alone, they deserve all the credit in the world, because I am one person who can only hope that he will be remembered in the way that a Cameron Boyce was. I can only hope that long after my time is over on this earth, you guys will remember me for being a really nice, really down-to-earth guy with a cool YouTube channel that talked about everything you loved. And it could be not just Descendants and Zombies, but it could have been Tangled, it could have been Jesse, it could have been Wizards, it could have been Hannah Montana, Miley Cyrus, Selena Gomez. I can only hope to achieve that same kind of respect and admiration that someone like Cameron Boyce had gotten. And I don't really say a whole lot of nice things about the guys on Disney Channel, because sometimes they don't deserve it. They've been very cruel to a lot of people they were in relationships with on sets of different shows. I'm kind of, very favoritism towards the girls on Disney because they are so beautiful, they are so talented. And one of those actresses that jumped out at me a couple of years ago was Dove Cameron, for just how she never quit on what she believed in. And more importantly, up until that point in time when a lot of stuff got in the way, she never quit on each and every one of you, which was an amazing quality for her. She was always offering inspirational tweets on Twitter at the time. She was always there for you. She was always there to encourage you to achieve your dreams, and that's why we're here. It's because of people like Dove Cameron, who showed that she was an incredibly strong person after everything she had to endure, both professionally and personally, because she was dealing with a lot. I don't think I've ever seen a star have to deal with so much off of set of TV and movies and out of the public eye as what Dove Cameron had to. She saw her friend be killed at the age of 8 years old. She was just 8. And then her dad committed suicide, I think, when she was, 13, 14 years old. And then she gets casted for Living Natty and blows up with worldwide popularity, which she deserved after dreaming to be just like all these stars and for years, sitting in her bedroom at night with the lights off. So I have a lot of respect for Dove Cameron for that. What I don't have respect for are the people criticizing people like Dove Cameron and Meg Donnelly and Kylie Cantrell who don't deserve it. I saw a video about Kylie Cantrell's political point of view towards Donald Trump on TikTok the other day. I know it was uploaded a while ago, probably back in February, and she was apologizing for, saying something what she believed to be inaccurate. And I don't think she had to do that, but she had so much respect for each and every one of you that she did it, and she came away from it leaving me inspired to run for President of the United States, if not that, President of the Disney Company. And just to let you know, if I do get the opportunity to run for President of the United States or become the President of the Disney Company, things like Descendants and Zombies will ever go away. If you can create Zombies into an animated series, you can do the same thing for Descendants. You can even have it be a spin-off series, which the chances of happening are not having the doors closed on it yet. Ruby Rose Turner was the one who got it done for me with Descendants, to be honest with each and every one of you. I thought she was a beautiful actress, incredibly talented. She could sing anything she was ever given the lyrics to sing to. And the song Life is Sweeter When You Are was a great exemplification of just what kind of personality Ruby Rose Turner had and still has to this very day. Nobody could have portrayed the Bridget character more powerfully than what Ruby Rose Turner did, because the messages of that character, and I'm going to miss her being a part of the Descendants franchise. Even though her run with Descendants was very short-lived, she's going to be a part of the Worlds Collide tour with Zombies. 43 arena dates, and I believe there is one date scheduled for Madison Square Garden. I'm really excited about that because they do deserve to be on a stage as big as Madison Square Garden. Major sporting events happen there all the time. Major concert events happen there all the time. So if you're going to have something as big as the Worlds Collide Tour, why not have it in MSG? Hopefully Godzilla will not terrorize it like he did in the Godzilla movie and crush Madison Square Garden underneath him. And yeah, I believe the possibility of that happening is very, very real, just as I believe the possibility of a zombie invasion occurring is very, very real, especially when you live 5 minutes up the road from a soda plantation. And I did not know that when I moved into this house. Fortunately enough, I know it now, after living here a year. But if I would have known that a year ago, when I had moved in here, that would have had to have been contemplated. But now that I live next to a soda plantation and a chemical plant to make matters worse, the chances of a zombie invasion are more real and more probable than ever before. So help me out and hit the subscribe button. And if you do hit the subscribe button, as the months go on here, I will offer you helpful tips to help you prepare you and your loved ones for a potential zombie invasion, because I know a thing or two about this. Really excited to see what will happen with the Worlds Collide Tour, what kind of collaborations and mashups we'll have with the stars like Kylie Control, Meg Donnelly, Ruby Rose Turner, who I'm really excited to be a part of this Descendants World Tour, or at least from what they're advertising. More information can be seen on D23.com. Really excited to see where we go from here with this. I love how these stars have touched the hearts of tens of thousands of millions of people and continue to do it every single time we see them in front of the camera. My heart goes out to each and every one of them for the pressure they've had to undergo, the training regimens, the muscles they've had to keep up, the pressure that they've been under, with the choreographing, with the fight scenes. It's absolutely unbelievable when you have to teach people that young to parkour. That's something to be respected. For those of you who don't know what that is, that's an intense training regimen for people between the ages of 15 through 19 years old. Respect to you guys for having to endure that. I know the character Uliana had to undergo an intense training regimen. It was unbelievable, the weights they had to lift. I've seen some Akali Control's workout videos. They are really inspiring. If there was ever somebody who would inspire anybody to get in shape, it would be Kylie Control with some of the workout videos she's been throwing up. Ruby Rose Turner likewise. I've never seen Ruby Rose Turner in better shape than what she's been in now because of everything she's done with Descendants. So she's stronger than ever, and all the girls on Descendants seem to be stronger than ever and even more of inspirations than ever before. I don't really pay attention to a lot of the videos where people are talking about the weird behaviors they start exemplifying when they break away from Disney. I think it's just a way for them to either reinvent themselves or reintroduce themselves. But I think that if there are ever stars that inspired so many people from all walks of life, no matter what anybody's circumstances may have been, it are these Descendants stars. I think what I should do is upload a video talking about the relationships that we see both on camera and off of camera for these Descendants stars. I know there are videos about real life couples all over YouTube, so if I find one, I'll transmit it for you here on this YouTube channel. We can take a look at that. There's so much content about Descendants and Zombies, and more content than ever before since the days of High School Musical. I know it will be argued that High School Musical is the Disney Channel original movie that ensured the success of Disney Channel and its original movies, but I think this can also have the same argument presented for Descendants and Zombies. With this tremendous success and fallout from Descendants and Zombies franchises, I don't think Disney would be in the position it's in right now. 781 million hours of screen time on Disney Plus and Disney Channel for Descendants, 250 million hours plus time streamed for the Zombies original trilogy. Incredible. And I know we've heard all kinds of rumors about Meg Donnelly and Milo Minon's off-air relationship, but it is what it is. Again, subjected to a lot of criticism that I don't think is really necessary. And if you guys are YouTubing Descendants and Zombies, you deserve nothing but the best. And I'm going to give you my heart and a half in providing you with what you deserve and have strived for forever and seemingly can't find. I want to apologize to each and every one of you for all the critics out there who are jumping down the throats of the fans of Descendants and Zombies for the Place to Be music video, the Descendants and Zombies trailers and teasers respectively. Unfortunately, we are subject to this. It's something we're going to have to deal with because, as I mentioned, unfortunately, we're up against 15 million critics. But you guys are the proverbial light that can outshine any amount of darkness that we may encounter in this lifetime. And as fans of Descendants and Zombies, and we have encountered a lot of proverbial darkness. But from where I choose to look at it, you're the best fans in the world. You are a guiding light. Your hearts are showing you the way, and your hearts are showing you the way to this YouTube channel and I can't thank you enough for being that beacon of light. So if you could hit the subscribe button, someone else can find this content who has yet to find it and stumble across it on YouTube, and they can join our community also, and they're more than welcome to hit that subscribe button. I hope you love this YouTube channel. I put a lot of time and effort behind it and the content that's distributed, and I hope you think the guy hosting it is a really sweet guy who is here for each and every one of you. That's something I want to let you guys know. I am here for each and every one of you to talk about what you want, because this YouTube channel is pretty much an open book, and it's your YouTube channel, and you can have it distributed the way that you want it and perceived the way that you want it, and that's what you deserve. You deserve nothing but the best, and you're going to hear that precisely from me. So what do you say we take a look at this Descendants video? I think it runs for about a minute and a half, but it is a great piece of footage. It features Dove Cameron talking about her time away from the Descendants franchise and talking about productions such as Mamma Mia, which she found very challenging to sing the lyrics of every ABBA song. But she was able to pull it off. I think this is a very interesting piece of footage, so I thought I would include it with my Descendants and Zombies reviews. So if you get a minute, you can hit the subscribe button. Let me know what you think. And don't forget to follow all my content on all social media platforms. So what do you say we get out of this piece of footage?
When I was doing Mamma Mia at the Hollywood Bowl, I don't know if anybody knows this, but those ABBA songs, they're repetitive. They're repetitive, which means they're easy to memorize and easier to f up. And everybody knows them, that's the other thing. So when I was doing that, don't know how to fake it, don't know where to go.
Don't know how to take it, don't know where to go.
Running low. Which opens the second act, mind you. I just completely went up on the verse, and I sang like the same verse 3 times in a row. And I was like, fingers crossed that everybody is so drunk right now. But I was like, I'm gonna be crucified, because ABBA is national treasure level. And if you could have been inside my brain in that moment, I was gonna pass out on that bed.
Yeah, I miss Dove Cameron. I have to be honest and very frank and very to the point with each and every one of you. If not for Dove Cameron, I don't think Descendants would have exploded in the way of popularity like it did. And especially Sophia Carson, who is an incredibly talented actress in her own right, working with Sabrina Carpenter after the success of Descendants was seen, after her first movie opportunity, blowing up Adventures in Babysitting, the remake and redistribution of that one, was incredible. And to be honest with each and every one of you, I'm looking forward to seeing what we have in store for these stars in the future, even though they are going to be missed by millions, if not billions, of Descendants fans, because there are a lot of Descendants fans who come out in unison for these meet and greets. The Worlds Collide Tour, which is happening this summer, 43 arena dates for over 3 months, I heard today. They're going to be going from July right up until September. So the middle part of September, if not through to the end, is going to be full of concert dates and performances, and my heart goes out to each and every one of you. Definitely overworked, but tremendous work ethic being exemplified, and that's what counts. And who are they doing it for? They're doing it for you, the fan of Descendants and Zombies, whom I'm such a huge fan of. Guys, I can't thank you enough for being here and continuing to show your love and support, the outpouring of love and support you have given my YouTube channel when you could be anywhere else on YouTube tonight has been certainly unparalleled and unlike anything else that I've ever experienced in my entire life and existence on this planet. I can't thank you enough. And as the world continues to spin on its axis, I want everybody to know, whatever you're going through, everything is going to be okay. All you have to do is aspire to achieve your dreams and know that the reality of it all is, no matter what the circumstances are you're faced with tonight, listening to my voice, everything is going to be okay. I'm going to assure you that I will be here every so often uploading Descendants and Zombies videos for each and every one of you, and the content that you have found time in appreciating. One can only hope that you love this YouTube channel. Secret between all of us, I know that you do deep in your heart. I know you're going to hit the subscribe button because you love this channel and want to continue to show your love and support for it. Guys, keep sharing the content, the videos. Keep hitting the subscribe button. What do you say we go spread some kindness? It looks like a perfect opportunity to do this. The moon is full out there. I've got to go on vampire hunting. The graveyard shift is coming up. I will jump back on this podcast tomorrow night and tell you all about it, let you know what's up. Don't forget to hit my subscribe button, pick up garlic at the grocery store, and board up your doors and windows in case of a potential zombie invasion, which is very possible. That's the reality we're faced with here tonight. We will talk again tomorrow. Bye, YouTube. Let's go spread some kindness. We will do it again really soon.